Hello, Matthew Williams here with a quick video to say, apparently someone knows my password and it is beep. It says my computer was infected with malware. RAT, a remote administration tool. It says your browser wasn't updated or patched. Well, it was. In such case, even though it's just enough to visit some website where my iframe is placed to get automatically infected, if you want to find out more, so that doesn't make any sense, and this person has no idea of English language grammar. It's possible that they might be autistic and very highly computer skilled but not having a good English language understanding, or they might be fucking Nigerian. Sorry, Nigeria, I'm not singling you out, even though actually I am, but yeah. So it says my malware gave me full access and control over your computer, meaning I got to access all your accounts. See the password above. All my accounts? Really? Well, that password is only used on one account, because as they tell you, you shouldn't use the same password on all your accounts, and I don't. So that password is for my home email, and I don't really do anything on my home email other than normal things. So I kind of know straight away that this is not really an issue. It's not a problem because I don't really do anything. I'm one of these people who doesn't watch porn, for example. I do watch downloaded series of things, and yeah, a little bit naughty, oh, I should be paying for this and that, but actually I pay for Amazon Prime because I never bothered to cancel it. But yeah, I'm watching this series at the moment. If you want to go and watch something good, it's called The Boys, and it's actually brilliant. So yes, watch it. But I mean, that's the only thing I've ever watched in 4.5 months of having Amazon Prime. That's the only thing I've watched. That's it. So, other than that, probably most of the stuff I've ever watched, which was from Amazon Prime, which I downloaded or somebody gave me illegally, you could pretty much say, well, I'm making up for it now by the fact that I only actually watch maybe one thing every 4 months. So if I've watched other things in the past, anyway, so, okay, this person says, or is implying, that they're going to catch me out in some way. Now, this is where we get to this is what I've seen. He says, I've collected all your private data and I recorded you through your webcam, satisfying yourself. And that's why, that's why I left this like this. So you could see that my webcam is always flipped that away because I don't... Oh, look at it. Sorry. Somebody's been shooting jizz on my mouth. No, it's and you see, I haven't had a chance to set the camera up now either. Even that was toothpaste. So yeah, I fake that I go to the toilet and I fake that I use toothpaste and clean myself, even though I've got spots, you see, at the moment. I fake all this shit just to look cool. I put toothpaste around there to make out that I do actually use toothpaste. Because I know people like these things. So I do it for the audience, not for me. Anyway, right. Have some of that. Have some allergies. Have some snuff. Have some... It's too bloody hot in my bedroom, even though I've got the fan going. Have some of that. Oh. Ooh, snuff. Right, so what's the bottom line here? They're saying that they've seen all my details and they've downloaded all my private data. Yet the only one thing they can tell me about me is not my name, not where I live, not my address, not things that I've seen or snippets of things that apparently are so bad that I've been doing, is my password, because they've broken into somewhere and they've got the password file. Oh, great. Okay, so it says, after I got in, I removed all my malware so to not leave any traces. The best malware can stay on your system and would never be traced anyway, because it would be by definition custom made, so therefore wouldn't be identifiable by a fingerprint. So therefore this guy would be an idiot, because if he says that his malware could leave traces and could be tracked or found, then he's obviously using shit. So he's a newbie. Yeah, he says, I can send the video to all your contacts, post it on social network. Not on a social network. I can post it on social network, publish it on the whole web, including the darknet. Oh God. Oh, can you? Oh goodness. He's going to publish all my private wanking videos and porn and everything. All my like massive collection of disgusting things that I actually don't do, because I'm more interested in like the latest bloody sci-fi series and things like that, you know. I'm not interested in porn, you know. Goodness gracious. If only they could act, you know. And he says where all the sick people are. Oh, so they'll enjoy my depravity, you know. Okay, great. I can publish all I found on your computer everywhere. Well, why haven't you done it? You know, why haven't you done at least half of it, threatening to do the other half if I don't pay up? Because at the moment, you see, being somebody who kind of sniffs bullshit, I think to myself, well, you're telling me that you've got all this stuff on me and you've only got this bit that you're showing me, and I'm not buying it. So it says I can transfer $800 with Bitcoin to my Bitcoin address. It's a very good offer. Oh goodness, oh, he's got a salesman now. It's a very good offer compared to all that horrible shit that will happen if I publish everything. I would actually like to see what happened if you did publish everything, because I don't think you've got anything. So right, okay, so I mean, the point being, this password I changed several months ago when I first started getting emails which had part of the password. Now the password has got longer to the point where it's the whole password, which to me says that you've got some sort of complete and utter moron who's using what they call a brute force attack or rainbow table on a password file that he's managed to gather from somewhere, and he's managed over time to elongate the length of the password to the full length, which is actually beep. Yeah, and yeah, that used to be my quite short, not very complicated, no capital letters. It does have a number, but you know, it's not a complicated password, but it's not a very well known word. Yes, so but this person is trying to say, I got you now, I got you now, I got you now. It's like, well, had I detected that you were accessing my accounts, I would have probably changed my password anyway, and I would have been notified that unusual activity was taking place from an address which wasn't mine. I didn't even see that, so I don't think this person is even understands how to log into my email, even though they've got the password. But that was an old password which is now changed, so they couldn't even log in if they wanted to. Now, I would imagine this person has got tens of thousands of passwords from a password file that's been stolen or hacked out of some system. But it's one thing to have a password and somebody's login username, which is usually their email address. So you've got those two things which can get you in. It's another thing to know, where is the mail server? What's the address of the mail server? I mean, and which ports are being used? And, you know, how does this relate? How does this information, this massive information you could get from, even if you could log in to be on these email systems, how are you going to deal with that massive amount of information? So they're chancing their hands here, but I mean, I've been offered over the last 12 months or so, oh goodness, it must be about 20 or 30 offers to, you know, not publish my details if I give them some money. And I've never given them any money, and they've never published any details. And I'm still waiting to see, have they actually got something that would be bloody good, you know? Like, you have actually got into my system. You haven't just hacked into the email server or the company that I use for my domain hosting. You know, I don't know how you got hold of this password, but that's all you've got. You've got a password. You know, the password has to be accompanied with the login name. You know, so it's like having a key, but not knowing which door in which county the key goes into. Bloody useless. Yeah. So, yeah. Well done. You've got the key. Now tell me where the frigging door is. Yeah. Oh. So these people think this is going to frighten somebody like me who's a computer user. Yeah, it'll frighten you, grandma or granddad, you know, because granddad went on and had a look at a woman going like this, do 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 do, whoo, and bouncing her tits, and it's, oh my god, I can't believe I've just seen that. Yeah, that to granddad is probably a big deal, and granddad would probably be scared by this, but and send his life savings to some fucking Albanian or fucking Nigerian or fucking, I don't know, you know, let's just say Africa's got a problem with hacking. China is kind of turning a blind eye to the fact that people are doing this too, you know, and yeah, there's a few places in the world that are kind of specializing in this shit. But I just wonder whether, you know, I'm not a great person who believes in censorship, but I honestly think there should be a body which is international, that's a law enforcement agency, that don't go around chasing down terrorists. Yeah, they don't have those sorts of powers. Yeah, because you can see how that's going to go wrong fast. Yeah, like bang bang bang, bomb, boom, missile. Yeah, we're talking about people that are trying to extort money. Yeah, you know what you do is you find where these people are and you put them in jail, and you know they're kind of probably going to get the message eventually. Yeah, so I could see a world body that is tasked with tracking these pricks down quickly and dealing with them, and I think that would be a good thing, you see. But you've got to limit the power they have and what they can do and their scope. You know, it's got to be very narrow, but you could shut these scammers and, you know, these bloody fake websites that pretend to be your bank and get you to log in and all that. They can't shut them down because they don't have jurisdiction in the countries involved. Why not have a world body that agrees if it's illegal, if it's immoral, if it's something dodgy, yeah, that goes way outside the bounds of normal common decency, yeah, you can just shut the site off. You can just block immediately, yeah, but they don't have the power to do it. It's crazy. Governments don't have the power to do it, and they can't enforce or force other governments to do it, even though they know it's going on in a country. It's like, you know, you got lions with no teeth and no claws, you know, and trust me, a lion with no teeth and no claws is just a big, high-speed beanbag, yeah. It ain't gonna do an awful lot. It might sit on you, you know, but it ain't, you know, it's not gonna do an awful lot, is it? Yeah, they need some teeth. So anyway, that's my point. Fuck it, good night, that's it. 13 minutes, I can talk shit all day long, and I'm not going to waste any more of your time. So we need an international organization that is a registry domain investigation service that can press bye-bye on websites immediately anywhere in the world. It needs to happen because we're all getting fucked around by these morons, and they are morons. They can't even speak English properly. Yeah, so just an idea. But no, it doesn't mean goodbye porn and da-da-da porn channels and things like that. No, it doesn't mean that. It just means things that are trying to hurt the average individual, you know, the average man in the street trying to take money, ruin lives, yeah. Extreme porn, maybe, you know, but then you see you've even got some countries that allow that shit. So how can you say no to things that in some countries are legal? So anyway, we're not going to go down that road. We're going to say that if everyone agrees that the ballpark is you don't do this and you don't do that, if they all agree inside this world body These are the no-nos. Then they can go, that's a no-no, immediately gone, bye-bye, within 24 hours. Yeah, limit the damage, track these pricks down, push them to their own local law enforcement. And if the local law enforcement don't want to deal with it, have powers to extradite them to deal with them in an international sphere, because their crimes are international. Yeah, sound like a plan? Anybody want to do it? Anybody want to do this international law body with restricted powers just to arrest, extradite web crimes, internationally masterminded mass robotic schemes which are trying to get money out of gullible and innocent people who don't understand computers? Yeah, sound like a good plan? We don't want to shoot him in the head. We want to just imprison them. That would do. Imprison them and shoot their families in the head. And yeah, thank you. Just keep them alive. Just shoot the families and the friends of the families. Good night.